Now, I want to show this video of Elke, and Elke is with a kindergarten class. And I want you to think about, you could just jot down some things that you notice, especially how Elke incorporates not just syntax into this lesson, but she reviews some word reading skills that the kindergarten children have been working on. She reinforces the idea of who and do. She also does a really nice job with expansion of the words in that kernel sentence. And then she tries to work on fluency, which is a little challenging because kindergarten children don't think and are not reading in those grammatical phrases yet, but she does try to get that point across with these kids. You'll see in this video.
You know the gesture, Kate. This one? Do everybody make this gesture? Look, they're all right here too, with the letters that it goes with. So today, now that you're warmed up, you know what our vowels say, right? You're not going to have a difficult time reading these words. So I'm going to have you read some words. You have to decide if the word that you're reading tells me who, so that means it could be a person, a place, or a thing, or an animal, or does it tell me an action? Is my word an action word that I'm reading? All right, so let's read this first word together. Oh, let's find, I see our, that was fast. Is run, is that a who, or is that something we do?
Do.
It's something we do. Can you put it under the do column, please?
Hop, hop, hop.
Okay, is it a who or is it something we do?
Do. Do.
Can you make your fingers hop? You can, if you can make it happen, it's something that you do. There. All right, so now we have who's and we have do's. And in order to make a sentence, you have to have a who and a do. You get to choose who you want to talk about and what they're going to do. And we're going to start off our sentence where we're going to say
With a capital letter.
with a capital letter. So now say this. The
frog swims.
Good. You want to use it, pull that over. All right. And look what you said, swims, and that's so great. Guess what I have? I have your S there because we don't say the frog swim, we say the frog
Swims.
And then what do I have to, what do you think is on my last card?
Period.
All right, can you say your sentence now? Go ahead and say it.
The frog swims.
Have your students say it. You're the teacher. Say, okay, everybody say the sentence.
Okay, everybody sing the sentence. The frog swims.
Now, can you add to it for me? Can you tell me where he swims? Who could tell me where he swims?
In the pond.
In the pond?
Yeah.
Okay, let me put these out. In the pond. Good. Let's read that sentence now. Ready to go.
The frog swims in the pond.
I'm going to change it to this. Now what does the sentence say?
Frog.
Read the sentence to me.
The frog swims.
And let's go back to in the pond. Let's change it to not just in the pond. Let's change it to in the big. Do you want it to be big or little? Big. The big pond. Okay. Ready? Go ahead.
The frog swims in the big pond.
Now, let's say this together. The frogs. And then let's say this. Swim. And then let's say all of this together in the big pond. So say that as a chunk. Ready? We're going to do it this way. The frogs. And instead of saying the frogs, say the frogs swim In the big pond. Say it this way. In the big pond.
In the big pond.
Good. Ready? Now you do it all by yourselves.
The frog
And say it this way. The frogs.
swims in the big pond.
And when I say the frogs, now we don't say swims. Now we just say swim. If I say the frog, then I have to say swims. That's funny. Let's try it that way. What's this say again? In the
Big pond.
in the big pond. In the big pond. Ready? Go.
The frog
And say it this way. The frog.
swims in the big pond.
Here's your the. All right. The dog. What is the dog going to do? Or does he sit on the floor?
He sits on the floor.
On the floor. Okay. Let's move that over here like this. On the floor. What kind of floor does he sit on? A soft floor? A hard floor?
No, a hard floor.
On a hard floor. All right, ready? Let's read it.
The dog sits in the
Hard
floor.
on the hard. Right?
Now I see.
Let's count and see how many words we have in this sentence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 words. Oh my goodness. 7 and with the period. Look. When you come up to a 7-word sentence, it's a 7-up. You made 7-word sentence. It's a 7-up with the period.
I did want you to get a feeling for how Elke does a nice job of working on this in terms of building their knowledge of what a sentence is and then expanding beyond just the subject and the predicate or the who and the do. And also, I really like the way that she reinforces subject-verb agreement with a little sticky note. Very simple, but very effective, because that is something that needs explicit instruction. Not all kids need that, but many do. I also wanted to just highlight some of the things that you shared with me from your syntax project, which is really amazing. All those wonderful PowerPoints that you have for all the grade levels. And, you know, it's just great to see, you know, that you have this content that your teachers can access. So I just wanted to recognize that I went through a lot of it. And here you see the who or the what, did, when, crossed out the where because I guess it doesn't have a where, I'm not sure, how and why. So we're doing the same kind of expansion of the predicate or the verb here. And another activity kids love is the sentence scramble. In one of the videos I showed you of Elke where they had the index cards and they had to take those cards and unscramble them and make a sentence. You could take a sentence from a book. This one comes from Molly Lou Mellon. And here's the scrambled sentence. And the idea is that you ask the students to first find the verb or the action word. So you can find it. I'll give you a second to find it. So it started, right? And then who started? And then Mary Lou Mellon started. And what did she start? She started school. When did she start school? Right? And then you have fall. In the fall, how did she start? With the big yellow backpack. So you can take sentences right out of their text and do a sentence scramble and do this questioning strategy where they first have to find the action word or the verb and then the who, and then expand the when, where, and tell more about the noun as well. What I will say is if you do this activity, you want to be very selective with the sentences that you choose. So start with one clause, right? If you have a lot of, if you have more than one clause, then you're going to have more than one verb. So you start with a simple sentence.